that mean for the enemy? They cannot fucking win. It's not possible. There has not been a Legba and a Ogun at the same time since the fucking beginning. They fucked up. It was Tut's reign, and y'all stole that from him. He gon' get his turn, motherfuckers. You don't kill the boy king and think you gonna get away with that shit. We always got a contingency to make shit tighter and tighter around your fucking neck. So, they planned to do a hostile takeover of planet Earth, and they had to give us 3 knocks. They did. They chose who they would declare as the enemy in the first knock, which was preceded by what you call fundamental fodder, leaving the mirrors up, because they got to follow the rules of the universe. They got to put the truth in plain sight, even if they use misdirection. I have to follow the steps all the way down to the motherfucking land of Oz and burn that bitch down. Oz has been burned the fuck down. Now, some of these guys is not going to be able to come and live in the social structures we see it now. They need something different. They need to have a sense of freedom like old farm boys used to have, where they could look across rolling meadows and see green far as the eye can see with dandelions popping up. That in the 5-point star, 1 and 6 and 7, and 8 and 8, the queen's number is 16. So that's communication between the queen and the sun. That's how I see it. Then the next thing is, if whites represented 84% of crack cocaine convictions, white America would declare a state of emergency. Now, this is flat out plain statement, and there's not a lot of symbolism in this one. Only thing that sticks out is the number 8 alone. That's not enough for me to really focus on this one thing. It's not enough information here, right? But so far, it's enough grievances to this grievance right here become a bridge. 8 and 4 is 12. The zodiac. This taking me full circle to something. All right, let's go. If 2 of every 3 white males were projected to be involved in the penal system by 2020, perfect vision, white America would call it a state of emergency. Wow. (18 3 6s). This is see the beast clearly. 2020, see clearly, right? 18 3 6s. If 2 of every 3, right? What's the 2? The 2s are here, right? So let's separate the 2 with the of. If 2, well, in case you identified the 2, of what? Every 3. 3 what? It's got the number 18. 3 6s. See? So the 3 6s is telling me to watch this goddamn devil. This is what he doing. That's what it's telling me. So let's see what he doing. All this is true in Black America. That's called a validating statement. You see this? You see this? It's validated by the bloodline of the mother. The 5-pointed star validated this statement right here. All this is true in Black America. It's a direct statement validated with the number 5. So when we are going to rise up and declare, so when are we going to rise up and declare a state of emergency? Right? It's sealed. It's sealed by the 5. Right? This indicate the P. Right? It's sealed by the 5, but it indicate the P. Supreme mathematics. Sealed by the number 19. Sealed by the 5-point star. So this video need to be viral because if this video go viral, I have the authority, as you see, to declare a state of emergency on all of these matters and to address them before Congress. But we are not under the U.S. Constitution. We are under something called the Indigenous Rights Act of the UN. The U.S. Constitution is expired because the Moorish contract is expired as of July the 4th. So these grievances don't go to D.C. These grievances are addressed to the United Nations under the Indigenous Rights Act as we put together the proposal to clean this shit up. Right? That's what it's... So, y'all, everybody that's watching this, y'all see what I'm going through this so y'all see what the vexed grievances is. Now, I have to validate this as everything that I got to be true, got to match what happens when I wake up this morning and tell me what to do by the end of the day in order to see my family. Now watch, I'm going to show y'all how the day played out in the paperwork. So I woke up, and flip this around while I look for some stuff so y'all can look at me. So I woke up and I wasn't going to do nothing today because the Obama situation took a lot out of me yesterday because I didn't even get to finish it. So before I was going to get into the rest of the Obama information, I said, well, let me go back and take a break, you know, so I can just chill, you know, relax and rest, then I get back at it. And for some reason, I picked my phone up, and I'm going to show you the picture I seen. This popped up on my phone, right? Any tarot reader looking automatically know this is the Tower moment. This is a sudden change in a situation, circumstance, or event. Right beneath that, it's a home has been cleared. That means that whatever I do, I got to read the rest of this page, right? And I got to tie it to the person that I'm about to review. Now, she got to knock me to somewhere I didn't go in the first one as well. So I got to be able to go to an entirely different place while she validates this claim. Now watch this. Up here I see Kofi Kingston. I'm a diehard wrestling fan, and Vince McMahon did an excellent job in training Donald Trump to be a heel. And then we look over here, and what do it say? Kofi Kingston gets revenge on Randy Orton, right? WWE champion Kofi Kingston retaliated against Randy Orton on SmackDown after the Viper, now we talking about a snake being involved, viciously assaulted the new D. Now it cuts off at the D. D is the letter 4. I'm thinking Four Corner Hustlers. But look at all these W's in here. Right? That's 4, 5, 6, 7. It's exactly 7 W's in there. Now, why do the W's get my attention? Flip them over. They're the letter M, upside down. Think the Miz. Think the Miz. Good job, Miz. Think the Miz when he took the W off the WWE title and flipped it upside down to make sure I don't miss this clue. Because he wanted me to know Kofi was going to be champion, right? And that he wanted me to pay attention to what he was doing. Right? So remember, I send you out among vipers. As babies among vipers. You see? So now this is how my day start. Now I have to figure out what I missed yesterday. So I go back and revisit the information that I was going over yesterday. So this, I'm going to get into in a minute, is what you call the Book of the I-10. And this is a scavenger hunt. So I had to find the I-10. This is the I-10. You see the dome on top of the head right there? That's called the I-10. And not till I get inside of the heaven gates can I go home. That's the tower moment. Because it's sitting on top of his head. Right? And then who is it? That's Horus. So now I got to have the Horus effect in there, because Horus is the sun that rises from Kepra in the morning and becomes the I-10, the known one, in midday at its highest point. The phoenix has risen, is what it means. Right? So this is the book of I-10. Now, remember the family crest told me to put the family back together. So the next thing that I came across was a family tree. Right? So somebody on this tree has to be identified. Or their clan has to be identified on this family tree. Now, the first one I have to go back to is him. Because Anubis, right, is a necessary component for the resurrection. He had a very important role to play. So I had to identify him in human form or in pharaoh form, or both. Use one to connect the other. Now remember yesterday I told y'all that Obama was the jackal. Right? Now watch this. This is the book. This is Obama's book. This is the book of the jackal. Right here. Right? So now, everything I went through in state of emergency don't just got to be verified. This, from yesterday, has to tie me in into what I revealed today. Directly, not indirectly. Right? So let's go. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I want it just to be known, because I'm going to do a full video presentation on who Obama is in this scenario later on. If he don't be too offended by it, which I don't think he will, because that's my man's in them. So for years I have been telling everybody that Obama was the beast and the Antichrist and all that. Yeah. But what do it mean? It means that he was the one that preceded the one. That's what it means. A-N-T-E, and anti, meaning against, are two different things by definition, but the same by sound, homonym. This is Anubis, but notice he has here. So my Ankh is my first clue yesterday of who I need to be looking for. Now remember, when I revealed that I have to follow these clues on the Ankh, I had in that video the name I-10, because I told y'all I was ascending up to the I-10. See the circle? That's the home. Right? Now, if y'all seen my home page, y'all see that I had an Open Gates to Heaven on there. Right? So now, let's see how this relates to Obama. I'm going to do a quick through so we not in here too long. So this is what Elijah Muhammad said. I had to make it plain enough for a baby to understand it. Right? Now, remember I told y'all, in order to get us out of the condition we was in, I would have to have a dog in every fight. And I would have to be able to show you who my dog was in that fight. This is my dog in the enemy territory. This is my dog in enemy territory. This is Barack Hussein Obama is my dog in enemy territory. He putting his life on the line and almost got killed. Remember I told y'all about the assassination attempt. Now I'm about to show it to you. I'm about to show you what it was all about. Barack Obama, mother's father, CIA agent Stan Dunham, and he is the cousin to the Bushes, George Herbert Walker Bush, right? Now remember, I told y'all in the post that you cannot ascend to the presidency unless you have royal blood. The Bushes didn't have the royal blood, but they needed a president. They stole it from Reagan first, and once they stole it from Reagan, they narcotized him. They had Nancy keep him doped up till he died, because if he ever told what he knew, he left me a clue. His daughter would be happy to know that that was a script he was reading when he was talking to Nixon, and he mentioned about the monkeys in Africa. That's how he was giving me what you call a knock. Ronald Reagan was the last American patriot and the first one to give me a knock in the patriotic community of the Caucasians when he gave a speech as the governor back in the 60s, right? So he gave a hell of a knock. You can go back and see his speech as governor, and you can see him lighting it up about the imposters that's taking over. Now, fast forward, Richard Milhous Nixon, right, who was a traitor. Richard Nixon was in on with Lyndon B. Johnson on the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Right? Now remember, Camelot. Camelot means the royal family. Kennedy's was Irish royalty, but they were stripped of the throne. That's why they treated John them like that. And they tried to ascend the throne with the help of La Cosa Nostra. And they end up creating a bigger problem because they didn't honor the code. You can't play in both games. Right? So now, look. Look his name up. CIA agent Stanley Dunham. And match it with this name, Barack Obama. And see if you can find a connection. It's that simple to find out if that's a hit. Now, watch this. This picture is going to come more important when I do the full length, because in one of the Damien videos, because I told y'all Barack Obama's story was Rosemary's baby, who was the demon seed. He was the demon seed, remember? We went over that already. He was the demon seed that had the face of one of the ancients, right? What does that say? What does that say? This is the symbol for the sun in zodiacal reading. He's showing me the mirror. Now look up. Right? So when I do the video part where I do everything in animation, I'm going to be going over who this is and how it's all relative in the movie. I'm gonna even try to show you the clip in the movie that they talking, where they're talking about it. So all this stuff, you will know I'm not making this shit up. You can't make this many motherfucking dots connect. It's not possible. No regular motherfucker. Now, this becomes important, and this is why. This is a picture of Horus and Anubis together. They always come together, but they come under Khepra. You see Khepra? Now I showed y'all Khepra. How Khepra rose up yesterday, thanks to Hathor. And Jillian led me to Obadiah, who had the scarab. Remember, because I had to go up. I had to go up to the tree of life, right? Open the eye of Ra, or the eye of Horus, right? So you see the Horus. I had to open the eye of Horus, and then I had to go through the gate and end up in the Aten, which is that circle in the middle. That's heaven on earth. That's the sacred womb. That's where you always safe. The home is where the heart is. Right there. That's where all love comes through the portal of life. Everybody got to come through there. You can't escape it. This is the way back. This is the way back. So the only thing I got left to do, now that the eye of Horus is open, I have to verify Horus and show the circle that we call the I-10, right? I have to show, and this is what it looked like in the stellar relief. But I had to already make contact with somebody who gave me a relic that led me to the I-10 that I gave Knox to, that responded correctly in order for me to get the relic. I have to give the right answer to get the relic, and then later on come back and tie it all together. Now watch this. So look, when the sun, right, wakens, he wakens between Horus and Anubis. Right? This is a symbolism. This is the man form